guys, welcome to this in-depth review of film Parasite. The film is directed by Bong Joon-ho. This film is released in 2019. The film quickly became a global phenomenon. It's won the Palme d'Or Cannes and later made history as the first non-English language movie to win the Academy Award for Best Picture. What makes Parasite so fascinating is its ability to blend a genres like dark comedy, thriller, and family drama into a seamless narrative. It's not just a film you watch, it's a film you experience. From the very first scenes, Bong Joon-ho invites us into a world that feels both familiar and unsettling. The grand semi-basement of the Kim family contrasts sharply with the luxurious mansion of the Parks, setting the stage for a story about inequality, ambition, and survival. This review will walk you through the plot and characters in detail, so you can appreciate how carefully the film builds tension and develops its unforgettable cast. The story begins with the Kim family is a father Ki-taek, mother Jung-sok, son Ki-woo, and daughter Ki-jung. They living in a small semi-basement apartment. They fold pizza boxes for a living, barely scraping by. Their luck changed when Ki-woo friends offer him a tutoring job for the wealthy Park family. Ki-woo enters the Park houseland and quickly realizes the opportunity. One by one, the Kims infiltrate the home. Ki-jung becomes an art tutor, Jung-sok replaces the housekeeper, and Ki-taek takes over as the driver. They pretend to be unrelated professionals, cleverly manipulating the Park's trust. At first, everything seems perfect. The Kims enjoy luxurious they never know. But the one shifts dramatically when they discover a hidden bunker beneath the Park house, occupied by the former housekeeper's husband. This shocking revelation flips the story into chaos. The tension escalates, secrets unravel, and the fragile balance between the two families collapses. The plot is very unpredictable, moving from comedy to suspense to the tragedy, keeping the audience consistently on edge. The characters are the heart of Parasite. The Kim family have a clever, resourceful, but morally ambitious. They are not villains. Their action raise ethical question. Ki-woo, the son, represent ambition and hope. Ki-jung, the daughter, is sharp and creative, often the mastermind and the Sims. Jun-sok, the mother, is practical and thorough, while Ki-taek, the father, embodies quiet desperation. Sung Kang-ho's performance as Ki-taek is particularly powerful. His subtle experience captures both humor and heartbreak. And then the Park family, wildly, naive, and dependent on their staff. Mr. Park is successful but detached, while Mrs. Park is kind yet gullible, easily manipulated by the Kims. Their children reflect privilege is Jae, the teenage daughter, is sheltered, and Da-sung, the young son, is eccentric but innocent. The contrast between the two families drives the film's central conflict. The Kim's cunning survival instincts clash with the Park's oblivious privilege, creating a dynamic that is both entertaining and deeply unsettling. Each character feel each character feel real, layered, and symbolic of broader social themes.
Bong Joon-ho's direction in Parasite is precise and symbolic. The Park mansion and the Kim family's semi-basement aren't just location. They're visual metaphors for class division. The camera often highlights vertical moments like stairs, basement, rooftops, so showing the hierarchy of society. Wide shots of the park's home feel calm and luxurious, while tight, shadowed shots of the Kim's apartment emphasize suffocation and struggles. Every frame is intentional, telling the story through space and perspective. And for the sound and music, the score composed by Jung Jae-il is minimalist yet haunting. It builds tension without overwhelming the scenes. Sound design is very crucial, especially in the rainstorm sequence for the parks. The rain is a minor inconvenience, but for the Kims, it's devastation. The soundscape makes us feel this imbalance directly, turning natural noise into emotional storytelling. And Parasite, this film explores an equality grid and the illusion of social mobility. The Kims believe they can climb into wealth, but the hidden basement reminds us that some people are trapped in the cycle of poverty, and the film doesn't preach It shows how civility masks resentment and how inequality is structural, invisible, and dangerously explosive. And in the end, this film, Parasite, is a masterpiece, funny, terrifying, and deeply thought-provoking. Bong Joon-ho blends comedy, trial, and tragedy in a way that feels unpredictable yet perfectly controlled. My final rating for this film, 9.5 out of 10. And the lasting message for this film is inequality isn't just about money, it's about systems that shape our lives, often unseen but always present.
Today we are looking at Entering Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, a 2004 masterpiece directed by the visionary Michel Gondry and written by the brilliant Charlie Kaufman. This isn't just a movie, it is a surreal romantic drama that experiments high concept science fiction with raw, unfiltered human emotion. It processes a haunting philosophical question that resonates with anyone who has ever felt the sting for a breakup. If you could reach into your brain and surgically erase pain of heartbreak, would you? And more importantly, what would you leave of you did? Today we are diving deep into the labyrinth of memory, love, and the cost of forgetting. The story follows Joel Paris, played by Jim Carrey, in a career-defining role. Joel is a quiet, alcoholic man who discovers a devastating truth: his ex-girlfriend Clementia, portrayed by the electric cat with Winslet, has undergone a procedure to erase all memories of their turbulent relationship, driven by a mix of spite and unutterable grief. Joel decided to undergo the same procedure at less than an inch, but the heart of the film takes place inside Joel's subconscious as the doctor begins deleting his memories, starting with their finally bitter flight. Joel finds himself revisiting the early day, the moment where they first fell in love. Mid-procedure, he has a change of heart. He realizes that even the painful memories are part of a life he isn't ready to let go of. Unfold is framed, dreamlike change through his own mind has her to hide, climbing in the dark corners of his memory to save her from totally erasure. Analysis. What truly makes this film stand out is its structural originality. It isn't just a romance, it's a profound meditation on the mechanism of memory. Charlie Kaufman's screenplay rejects a linear timeline, choosing instead to mirror the fragmented chaos why our brain actually recall the past. The paging scene seamlessly between the ground cold reality of a New York winter and serial melting dream sequence. We see how Skull's being collapsing on a beach and face blurring into blank canvas. The turning point in a visitor as the word of his mind literalizes the dangerous process. Joel right to hold on to time becomes a race against time. It highlights a terrifying truth that our memories are fragile and on the good the version of ourselves the life through them. Finish to character and performance-nya The casting is nothing short of miracles. Jim Carrey delivers one of his most vulnerable and restrained performance, miles away from the high-energy comedy he known for. He plays Joel with a quiet desperation that is deeply relatable. Opposite him, Kate Winslet is a force of nature as Clementine, emotional complex. Her changing hair colors from blue green to red next serve as a visual roadmap for the stage of their relationship. They create a bond that feels authentic because it's messy. They aren't movie perfect. They are two flawed people who hurt each other. The Sporting Chess, featuring Kristen Dawson, Mark Ruffalo, and Elijah Wood, adds a necessary layer of ethical tension toward the Subosh. We see the people running the memory erasure mechanism. They are just as working and prone to making the same mistake as the petty they trade. Direction visual. Michael Gondry direction is incredibly interactive, achieving modern CGA. Gondry relied on ingenious practical effect to visualize the mind decay. He used forced perspective, trick lighting, and physical set transition of to make the serial feel tactile and real. When a room disappears into shadow or Joel becomes a child under a giant kitchen table, the lack of digital polish makes the experience feel more like a genuine nightmare. The visual ingenuity is heightened by John Bryant's hunting ugly, beautiful scare. The melancholy piano melody and the tones perfectly capture the isolation of Joel mind and of George Beck soil staring. Cover of Everybody Could Learn Sometime like lingers in the air, capturing that bittersweet essence of a love that is defending but refuses to be forgotten.
Michael Gondry's direction is intensive, relying on practical effects to visualize, memorize breaking apart. Rooms collapse, faces blur, and spaces distort, immersing us in Joel's mind. The handled cinematography enhances intimacy while surreal imagery keeps us disoriented, just like Joel himself. And John Byrne's score is hauntingly beautiful, combining melancholy piano with ethereal tones. Distorted audio during memory erasure heightens the surreal atmosphere. And Beck's cover of Everybody's Got to Learn Sometime perfectly captures the bittersweet essence of the film. And at its core, the film asks about, can we erase pain without erasing joy? Our memories, good and bad, is shaped who we are. Love is imperfect. Sometimes love is heartbreaking, but it's also what makes life meaningful. Eternal Sunshine suggests that forgetting pain means forgetting growth, and forgetting love means losing a part of ourselves. And this is a bold and emotionally layered film with a narrative structure that mirrors the chaos of memory. Some viewers may find the non-linear pacing confusing, but that's part of its brilliance. If you enjoy thought-provoking films that blend with romance and surrealism, this is a must-watch film. And my rating for this film, it's like maybe 9 out of 10 because it's pretty good film. And in the end, this film, it with Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind remind us that pain and joy are inseparable in love. Our memories, even the painful ones, are treasures that define us. It's a film that lingers long after the credit rolls, urging us to embrace imperfection and cherish the beauty of remembering.